Hi everybody, it's Rob McNeish here at the North Grove Farm, and we're here for our bi-weekly farm tour. Let's go. So this week on the farm, we've been harvesting our lettuce. We harvested all of our spinach, so we don't have any more spinach anymore. We've been handing that out. And then lettuce is up next to be harvested, and then we're going to replace it with some beans and peas. Our lettuce is a tango lettuce. Looks like a flamenco dress. It's starting to bolt, which means that the lettuce is going to start putting on flowers and go to seed, and it'll get really bitter. Too bitter to eat. So we're going to be harvesting it as fast as we can this week and making sure we get it out to everyone who wants some. Going down here a little bit, our herb garden is going full tilt. We've got sage that's blooming, really beautiful flowers. They have a really nice smell to them. But I'm really excited about this, which is our lavender plants, which just smell beautiful. And we're going to be picking a bunch of this and drying it and maybe using it for a little kind of nighttime pack. You can put this under your pillow. It smells delightful. Great. We'll go up here, go check out our garlic. We've got beets to my left here, looking great. We'll be harvesting those probably in a couple weeks. Iris is in bloom here. And lilies. You can eat these daylilies, not all of them, but some of them, but this is a variety you can eat. You only want to eat a couple of them, but they're a really nice flower. We grow them to attract pollinators into the farm. We've got a bunch of different flowering plants that'll be blooming throughout the months. This is a really interesting one. It's called lamb's ear. It's really, really, really soft. I really like that. So this is where I want to get into is our garlic. So our garlic is really nice and tall and healthy, really nice this year. And we've got these scapes here, which will be the flower of the garlic. But you want to pick these if you've got garlic right around now, and they've got one kind of curl to them. And the garlic will put more energy back down into itself and to make the garlic bulbs. But these are great. You can chop them up, put them in a stir fry. People make pesto with them. So we'll be handing out these. They're really great. I love these. You can chop them up and put it in your freezer. Just some of the best. It's almost like a Christmas, garlic Christmas. It comes once a year. You get to harvest them once and then they're done. Now we're gonna wait until August to actually pull our garlic out, and we'll show you that. It's a really fun time. We're gonna come over here, we're gonna check in on our zucchini and cucumbers. We planted those a couple weeks ago from our greenhouse and transplanted, and we did some staggered planting. So we planted some plants later than others. So we've got some tiny baby ones right here in front of us. And then we've got our big ones to our left here, which are they've been in there a couple weeks. They're really happy. We've given them a couple of fertilizers. They're starting to bloom, which means that in another couple of weeks, probably maybe even next week, we'll have some small zucchini that we can hand out as well, and some cucumbers, hopefully. We're gonna walk down and check out our community plots, which we've planted this year with all vegetables. So here we've transplanted out some tomatillos, which are, some people call them a husk tomato, but they're like a green tomato that has a paper skin on them, almost like a lantern. They're really neat, and we'll be seeing some of those. Not exactly a familiar one for a lot of folks. We've been handing out this cabbage over here as well, a little bug bitten. This year we had a really bad problem with our kale. We had a leaf bug called a flea beetle that was eating everything. All of our brassicas, so our kale, our mizuna, our cabbage, and our collard greens. So I actually ended up pulling all of those out, and we replanted them with different stuff. So this year we've got a lot more beans than we usually grow, and we've been growing a lot more beets and stuff like that. So here we've got 2 beds of beets, and we've got another couple of beds that we planted early. We've also are going to grow some potatoes this year. So we've got a little bed of potatoes that we've started that are coming up. And we'll get a really nice fresh harvest kind of middle of the summer in August. Our flower beds are coming up really well. We've got a huge range of these giant mammoth sunflowers that'll grow 7, 8, 9 feet in the air. They're behind me over here. So we've almost got like a flower fence going on, so they'll look really great here in the coming months. We've got peas right here. Some of them are putting on flowers, means we'll have some peas here soon enough. And more beets and lots of beans as well. We've got a couple of different types of beans. We've got bush beans, 3 or 4 different types. We have purple beans this year. which are really great. We've had those in other years, but they're a really nice variety. We're also growing one called a Hilda Romano, which is a pole bean that's really beautiful. And then everyone knows Scarlet Runners. We also have those here as well. It's good. So we've planted bush beans in all of our stand-up boxes here. So this is gonna be really easy for harvesting, right? No more bending over, which is what we designed these beds for. We're gonna be able to stand here and pick beans for hours. Now, I'm really excited about the greenhouse. So we finally have the whole greenhouse planted. It's been a long time coming, and it is full of tomatoes right now. And we've got 3 or 4 different types in here. We've got a black cherry, a snow white, and an Amy's apricot. And then I have a new one this year called Double Rich. And all my seeds and all this have been done from transplants. We've also got 3 or 4 types of peppers. We've got a spicy slice, a black Hungarian, and a Thai dragon pepper. And then I've got a white streaked eggplant that I'm growing this year as well. But really great. We've got blooms on the tomato plants and some tiny, tiny tomatoes that'll be ready in probably a week or 2. Well, that's our farm tour for this week. Thanks for joining me, and hope to see you next week for our Grow Kit update. We're gonna be looking at pruning our tomatoes and what we can do to kind of improve on some stuff that we're doing. Thanks.